welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to show you around my other VT. It's exactly the same as the one that I've had on my channel, except this one has the optional Rarest brakes, and also the big news for the car at the time, I guess, was the optional 5.7 litre Rarest stroker in the front. So this one has 220 kilowatts instead of the 195. It hasn't been started for a very long time. Let's see how it goes. Didn't even have a battery in it. Pretty damn good. This one definitely does feel different to the 195. Strokers definitely feel different. So if you've never driven one, I don't know how to explain it, but you can tell it's not a 5 litre, even though it pretty much is a 5 litre. Yeah, it drives pretty good. We've had it since 2018, and it was sitting around before that as well. So realistically, can't give it a hard time. Geez, it's fun to drive. Makes you want to fix it all up like brand new. Gonna pull in here, guys, on my way to its new home, just to film it a little bit. Here we are with the stroker. It's another car that I haven't put on the channel yet, but it is one of the cars that I really like. We just haven't given it any love since we bought it. Me and my brother went halves in this in 2018. It's rough around the edges, but it's a good base car. The motor seems strong. The interior's in pretty decent nick. I'll show you around. The Senator's riding really low, but it does have the optional big Rarest brakes, which are quite sought after today. You can see the 220i identification badge for the engine there. The chrome HSV sphere that covers up the Holden in the garnish. The Senator badge, and because this one was Calais based, it has the clear blinkers. The Series 1 Executive and Berliner had the orange blinkers. When you're buying a car sight unseen, you don't really expect too much. Usually they look better in the photos than they do in real life, but I think it was opposite on this one. We had a lot of video footage, and I think it actually looks a little bit better than I expected, especially when it comes to the interior. The motor was good. We did have a friend in Melbourne go and look at the car for us. He even drove the car just to make sure it wasn't a complete piece of crap. So all Series 1 Senators had standard sunroof. For some reason it became optional on the Series 2 Senators. The grille's got a chrome insert, which was unique to the Senators at the time. Senator badge on the guard. Being a Senator, it had the chrome drip molds taken from the Calais. This was a Calais based car. You can see the Coulson seats, which were the premium seats, which were optional for this model. Leather was standard in the Senator, but there was a delete option for cloth, which I've personally never seen before. So the rear of the car, the spoiler is unique to the Senator. It's got a bobtail style, and I think it really complements the design of the VT. The rear looks really nice with that spoiler. Let's get straight into the engine specs. This one makes 220 kilowatts at 4,800 RPM and a torque figure of 475 newton-meters at 3,600 RPM. But the beauty is that over 80% of the torque in this motor is made at 1,200 RPM, which means it's got great drivability on the road, great for towing, and it's very different in character to an LS-based motor, which really relies on the revs for its torque and power figures. You can see all the cobwebs. I've left this one completely uncleaned. It's exactly as it was, and it's been sitting around for many years. Another thing about this motor is that it started life in the VR GTS back in May 1994. It's slightly evolved with sequential injection, bringing it up from 215 kilowatts to 220 kilowatts for the VT, and it powered cars such as the VR GTS, the VR 215i Senator, the VS GTS, the VS GTSR, the Big Banana, and also other cars like the Grange and some Statesman's 215i's as well. And there's only around 1,800 of these motors ever produced, making it one of the rarest Australian-built V8s in the country. And the VT model was the first Holden V8 to upgrade from the clutch fan to the thermo fan. In 1999, when the LS1 V8 was released, a lot of Series 1 owners were trading in their Australian V8s because the power output had increased so much in the LS1. This also is part of the reason why a lot of the Series 1 VTs have had a hard life. They were sort of discarded. The prices dropped quite fast, but they have bounced back in recent years, which is pleasing to see. Let's take another look at the Harrop brakes. They're in red with the big HSV symbol. They continued on for VX, VY and VZ for selected models. The Senator badge and the blinker there should actually be orange because this is Series 1. We'll probably change it back when we fix the car. Let's have a sneak peek inside. You can see the steering wheel. It's very good for wear, considering it's basically a 27-year-old car. It's doing quite well. Referenced before, the big optional seats, the Coulsons. They're very comfortable. Hard to get into and out of though, but a great looking seat, massive headrest. You can see the HSV symbol in the airbag wheel. You've got the sunroof. That's the Senator build number, the dash identification 359. I'll go through a bit more details on the builds later of these cars. And this rear vision mirror is dimming based on the lights in the background. This one does need replacement, but not many models had this. They continued on all the way up to VZ for the Caprice model and for Senators, but funnily enough for VE and VF, we never had the dimming rear vision mirrors. This is the back seat. Got the Senator embossed into the rear of the seat backs, same for front and back. Leather's in pretty good nick, especially in the back. Wood lining could use a bit of a clean, but it's there. Carpet's in good nick. The pockets, the matte pockets, they're intact, which, as most people would know if you know your VTs and your VXs and VYs even, VZs, they're one of those things that snap. This is the view from the back. Got your leather insert in the door trim. This one has some wood grain on the dash. Have a look at the HSV symbol there in the actual airbag. It's the first time HSV did that in the VS. Still had the Holden symbol on there, and the same for the engine cover. So they covered it up for VT, which helps out, looks a lot better. This has the Grange wheels. These are 18s. They suit the car. In champagne. All Senators had fog lights. They're just a good looking car. It's time to start the stroker up and have a bit of a listen. Before we hop back in and go for another spin, I wanted to go through the build numbers for the Senator Signature VT Series 1. The sedans, there was 323 195i's built, which is the 5 litre, and 208 of the strokers, the 220i, which is like one of these. Not all of them had the optional big seats. There is a few in manual as well. If you're looking for a trusted paintless dent removal specialist, there's only one person I trust. He's worked on many of my other cars over the years. If you're in Sydney, I would definitely recommend you look him up. Dragon does a great job.
Dents are us.
Dents are us, and he is fixing this guard. Thanks, mate.
Tidy up. Pleasure.
Cheers, man. This is the finished result. Dragon from Dents Are Us did a fantastic job. He's got over 30 years experience in the business. He's in Sydney. He even did the back door for me. This is the before shot. This is his card. Please look him up. He's great and I highly recommend him. Let's get back into the video and back to the VT stroker. Coming up soon on the channel will be another VT. This time it's a Calais and it's a 5 litre. It's one of my brother's cars. It's sitting proudly next to its big sister, the 220 kilowatt Senator Signature Stroker versus the 179 kilowatt stock 5 litre. If you want to see more on the VT HSV range, check out my brochure series which covers all the VT HSVs, and also my other video on the 195i Senator that's in the background there. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next video.